be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip. Same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do shit, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news clip. Audemars on my wrist, bust down. We popping bottles like
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show, 2011. Today's date is January 5th, 2017. Thank you for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Shouts out to everybody, man, that got their premium subscription to the show. Greatly appreciate it. That's putting it lightly. Greatly appreciated, man. We got a new episode of Chop It Up that we're probably going to drop later on to see this evening. Not even going to tell you who it is. Real good get. So make sure you get your premium membership, man. Go to thedougsstewartshow.com. There's a little blue link. You click on that, man. It's $4 a month, man. We give you 15, 30. We give you 60 hours of entertainment around here per month, man. We would appreciate it if you can help us out, man. Support us. And it's not just the Doug Stewart Show. All right? It's not just the Doug Stewart Show, man. This is a movement. Like, we got a lot of big plans for the network and what we're trying to do in the direction we're trying to take radio in, man. And you have been a tremendous part of that, man. I mean, you're part of something, groundbreaking around here at Stewart Media and Entertainment. We have been doing this now for over 2 years. It continues to get bigger and better every single day. So, once again, thank y'all for tuning in, man, and supporting the show. The Doug Stewart Show is brought to you by firefan.com. Yeah, the show is brought to you by firefan.com. Go to the Doug Stewart Show or go to firefan.com. And on the very first page, put the promo code, use the promo code TDSS, the acronym for the show, and join my leagues, all right? We actually going to have some basketball leagues in Firefan, man. NFL still going right now. Playoffs this weekend. We'll get into all of the playoff talk tomorrow. The national championship game is, I don't think, not till Monday. So we might wait until we really dig deep into the national championship game between Alabama and Clemson, the rematch from last year. But we get it in around here, man. We talk sports, entertainment, and whatever people are talking about. Entertainment Report, man. Vivica Fox and 50 Cent back at it. We'll get to that in about 30 minutes. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Former 49ers coach Chip Kelly won't rule out any job. Here's a quote from Chip Kelly, fired coach of the San Francisco 49ers, says, "I'll evaluate all jobs individually. I wouldn't rule out anything." Kelly was fired Sunday by the San Francisco 49ers after 1-2-14 season. And listen, let me say this about that. And I think I've already talked about it a little bit. Like, I don't think it's enough time. Like, I don't think you can evaluate anybody after 1 year. Now, it's a different story if they're around the facilities all day and every day and they hear what the players are saying and the players have already tuned him out. Because that's the problem with Chip Kelly. It's not about his X's and O's. It's definitely not that. The man can coach his ass off, offense especially. But you do have an issue in the NFL with people buying into what he's doing. Everybody feels like in the NFL, it seems like that you have to run this pro-style offense and that you can't do what Chip Kelly was so successful with in college. So there's already going to be apprehension in the players' minds and the front office. Like, a lot of people are skeptical about what Chip Kelly does. And that's just the way it is. That's why it's always been so hard for these dual-threat quarterbacks to succeed in the NFL, because the culture is, we just don't do that. That's a college offense. So he's already behind the 8 ball from the very start, okay? So if the problem's been that he's just not a leader of men, then I get that. But if the problem is the fact that they had a 2-14 record, I think that's a bad firing. I do. That's real. Like, you can't judge anybody off of 1 year, especially with the 49ers. They were decimated with injuries. They had a lot of cats retire. A lot of cats quit. They traded some of their good pieces as well. So I'm not a Chip Kelly fan of the person. Definitely what he did up there in Philadelphia with that whole thing with the Riley situation where, he used the N-word or whatever and he kept them around. I'm a fan of Chip Kelly and his offense. and taking, offenses to the next level, giving dual threat quarterbacks more opportunities. So if they fired him because he just doesn't mesh well with personalities, he needs to be a college coach and not a pro coach over grown-ass men, I get that. But if they fired this dude because he went 2-14 after he won double-digit games in Philadelphia, I think 3 years in a row, I think it's a bad firing. What are your thoughts? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com from Corporate Brother. Let that have been Michael Sam doing that. Ninjas would have been swinging. Right. Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine how big of a story that would have been if that was Michael Sam that did that with what the Christian kid did? Yeah, it would have been crazy. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Patty cake, microwave. What up, Doug?
John Fisher, what up, baby?
Nothing much, bro. I can't let you do it. What you mean? It's not about his X's and O's. Did you see how that man obliterated my team? You see how he obliterated my franchise? He's still trying to get up off the mat, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Now, don't try to put words in my mouth. I said if they got rid of him because of his personality and he didn't mesh well with players, I get it. But if they got rid of him because he went 2-14, that's another thing. The man went double-digit victories in Philadelphia for 3 years, right?
Twice. 2
Yeah.
years. 2 years he did it, and after he got rid of all of Andy Reid's players, he went 4-12.
Right. Yeah. And see.
And then he went 2-14. So he's won 6 games in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He got to go.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he should be put in front of a wall in front of all of Philadelphia to be thrown. They should throw snowballs and tomatoes at him like he's Foggy from the Muppet Babies, man. I can't stand that dude.
So John Fisher, Patty Cake, Microwave, has a show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment every once in a while, does a show on Spreaker.com, Philadelphia Eagles fan, which I don't know many Philadelphia Eagles fans. You know I got bad taste in my mouth for Philadelphia sports anyway, right?
I do.
Yeah. Hey, John, Happy New Year to you, brother.
Yeah, Happy New Year, bro.
Yeah, there he is, 404-382-0338. Yeah, once again, I totally get it because I don't think that he's a pro football coach because his workers are grown men. And I think that some coaches just have a mentality towards their players and they talk to their players like they're in college, like they're 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. And no. I mean, one of the biggest jobs of being a coach is being a leader of men once again. And I just think that Chip Kelly is not fit for the NFL for that reason. Now, his X's and O's and calling an offense, if he has the right pieces, I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer in it. I mean, period. I think that with Colin Kaepernick and, good players around him, they could have done something with that, but it didn't happen. So, I don't know. Very interesting. The thing about Chip Kelly, though, is, and we say this many, many times, is Chip Kelly can get him a job any minute he wants, any time he wants in college football because of the success that he did have at Oregon. From who we got? Casey, Andre, real quiet here in my office in Ann Arbor, Michigan. From Ducking and Dodging, Doug making up new rappers. LD from the D, how you a thug, rapist, and a murderer, but somehow respect the Sabbath. Oh, exactly. Big Apple bastard. Yeah. From X Squad, kicking it with Kesey. What up, Kesey? Peeps in the window, sees that ninja. Hey, man, let me in. What up, all? From who do we got here? From Andre Elam Dell, Michigan got their ass whipped by my FSU Seminoles. Shouts out to Florida State for getting it done against Michigan. Big Ten overrated. Simple as that. Yeah. From Andre Elam Dell, Michigan was supposed to be the big bad Wolverines and was going to beat us by 14 points. Didn't happen. For Brum McDowell, androgyny unfortunately cycles around 10 years or so. Those of us in our 40s and above can attest that the 80s was the androgynistic decade ever, the most androgynistic decade ever. Jerry curls, MJ, Prince, big hair boy, rock bands with makeup, Mickey Free, Boy George. You're right. said androgyny come around every 10 years. Like Haley's Comet or something like that. But you're right. I said this yesterday, the little Chris Rock story I told about that episode, man. Like androgyny, like in the 80s, like everybody was trying to look like Mickey Free. Jerry curls, long Jerry curls, and makeup. Like the artists wore makeup, like Boy George became prominent during then. And now it seems like we kind of back in a little androgynistic zone. Skinny jeans. Quan dance, once again, you're right. And it's very alarming. I got to be honest with you. It's very, very alarming. Yeah. We can't go back to the androgyny days, man. You know, the androgyny days, the dudes were looking like chicks. You remember the great Stoney Jackson? The dudes were looking like chicks, but they were getting all ass. We talk about when it was cool to be light-skinned. Back then, man, light-skinned was in like Flynn. Yeah. I mean, the 80s were a tough era for dark-skinned brothers, man. I mean, that's no lie. Look up Mickey Free. Look up Mickey Free. Look up the great Mickey Free. And who was it that told a story about Mickey Free? Oh, it was Charlie Murphy. Remember Charlie Murphy told that story about when they went and they had the little meeting with Prince or whatever, and they went in the club and Mickey Free was over there looking like a girl and he had all of the chicks around him? Hashtag no androgyny. We need to make that a trending topic. No androgyny in 2017. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show. Hour number 2 coming up.
It's Red Cloud and Pigeon. We out of prison, so don't sound offended. And if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the mic booth. The peachy folder full of haikus. Mind you, really couldn't read them all if you tried to. Get a corduroy pillow if you wanna make headlines. It's way past your bedtime. When I tell you about the game, it's all. When the brother bumping Dane, it's all. When the brother think he's Steve McQueen and go lean out his Jeep with the mug.